Let's talk about the three most common ways money moves between bank accounts, being Zelle, wire transfers, and ACH payments. They might all move money, but they operate in very different ways, so knowing how they work can save you time, stress, and even your own money. So first, let's talk about Zelle. It's fast and convenient, but it's limited. Zelle is a person-to-person payment network built into many of the banking apps. It's typically used to send money to, say, family, friends, or even small businesses instantly. But I'd note, just because the money shows up there, if it's pending, it's technically not there yet. So I'd wait for the next day before you use it, or your bank account might go negative, speaking from experience. Speed is, it's often instant within minutes if both sender and receiver are enrolled into Zelle. If it's your first time sending it to somebody or receiving it from somebody, the funds might be delayed for a while, but once it's a regular contact for you, it's usually instant. But remember the pending thing. It usually works only in the United States between participating banks, so not all banks have it. And if a bank does have it and you don't have access to Zelle, you oftentimes have to ask your banker to put in a case to their back office, usually the online or electronic banking office, and they'll tweak their little tweaks in the background, and then boom, you'll have access to Zelle. Now, there are some limitations because you can't cancel it once it's sent. Once the money's sent, it's gone, and there's no buyer protection out there. It's not ideal for goods or services from strangers. Don't get on Facebook Marketplace and lock in a deposit for buying something, and then the person ghosts you, and then you go to your bank and report it as fraud. You're not covered. But it's great for splitting bills, paying rent to roommates, or sending money to trusted contacts. But the heads up, many banks cap the daily and monthly Zelle limits. Also, if you're paying someone who isn't enrolled, the transfer could be delayed or canceled. So just double check your math. Now let's talk about the second way money moves between bank accounts, and that would be wire transfers. And this is high stakes and high speed. So wire transfers are bank-to-bank electronic transfers. They're often used for large, important transactions like, say, a real estate closing to a title company or international business invoice payments. It's pretty fast speed-wise. Domestic wires are often same day. Now, international wires can take 1 to 3 business days, so just consider that one. The cost isn't cheap though. That you might have to pay, say, $15 to $75 for a wire. Receiving fees may also apply too if you're receiving a wire into your bank account. But security-wise, they're extremely reliable but irreversible once sent. So a good practice whenever you're sending a wire, and especially for title companies, don't take anything over email. Even phones sometimes are a little sketch. Go in person, get a copy of the wire instructions, and then take it to your bank, and there you go. And if you have any questions regarding that, have the person's business card that gave you the wire instructions so you can call them directly. There was a wire update that just happened for Fed wires like a couple weeks ago, and it's made wires way more complicated than ever. So you also now need the bank's address, the person you're sending to's address. It's a little bit more complicating, and don't stick around for your banker to send the wire. Just sign the confirmation and blast out of there, because you're going to be sitting for a while with this update. But wires are great for buying a home, sending money overseas, paying large invoices. And a pro tip, do not miss out on this one. Double check the routing and account numbers. A typo can send money to the wrong place with little to no recovery options. I know somebody that sent over $20,000 to the wrong account just because of one number was different, and they never got their money back. Now, the third one is ACH transfers, and this is the everyday workhorse. So what ACH stands for is Automated Clearinghouse, and it's the system behind the most recurring payments. Direct deposit, bill pay, and even transfers between your bank accounts. So speed-wise, it's usually 1 to 2 business days. Though same-day ACH is becoming more common, it's kind of the standard these days. It's often free or has very little cost associated with it, and it's super flexible with great for recurring payments and direct deposits. It's also great for getting your paycheck or paying utility bills or setting up automatic transfers to savings. But a downside to ACH payments can be the reversed in certain cases, so they can be reversed or recalled, which makes them less final than, say, wires are, or even Zelle. They often depend on batch processing, which adds a slight delay. But in summary, Zelle is fast and free. It's great for trusted people. Wires are fast and final, but come with the cost, and remember, make sure you got the right information. ACH is reliable and low cost, but it's best for recurring or scheduled payments, and understanding these tools gives you more control over your money. Great luck out there, everybody.